right, here we are again today for another show. I'm telling you, it's going to be a very beautiful show today. We're going to talk about a lot of issues happening in Ghana. For my viewers, you're welcome to the show. This is the number one show right now, broadcasting live from Washington, D.C., right, the capital of the world, with myself and I, DJ Mac. Once again, you're welcome. For the people watching us on Facebook, go ahead and share this live and invite your friends. For people, I'm about to, save this one to on TikTok. So we're going to be live on TikTok in a moment. I think we are live now on TikTok. So once again, welcome to the show. Myself and I, DJ Mac, and I'm here to serve the nation, Ghana. And that's where we talk about all the things that are going on in Ghana. For your information, on last Tuesday, beg my pardon, last Tuesday, something happened. Something marvelous happened in Ghana. That's the by-election in Kwumawu. And we saw all the big people, like all the big shots. When we talk about politics on both sides, NDC, NPP, the world went to Kwumawu, and it was not easy. It was a grandiose atmosphere before the election on Tuesday. We saw all the big shots, and I'm going to do some analysis to tell you what happened in Kwumawu. What was the result? Can we take the result at its face value, where we saw that okay, it's true that NPP, the ruling party, won like a big margin? What does that big margin mean? Is it a true big margin? When you look at it, is it a true big win for them? Right. So we're going to be discussing all that in about 1 minute. So once again, if you're watching me, please do me a favor. Go ahead and share this live. Invite your friends. Let's have a great show, because Ghana is calling us to come and work. We are here to work for Ghana, and we are going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Once again, you are welcome. We're going to jump into the show without wasting much time. As I announced already, on Tuesday, we had the by-election in Kwumawu. This is something I need to tell the NDC people. JM and NDC can win the 2024 election based on the Kwumawu by-election. This by-election should be a wake-up call to JM and NDC, because they did a very marvelous work. Why am I saying this? If you see on Tuesday, right, on Tuesday, we saw the election in Kwumawu. But before the election, we have seen that the NDC was present in Kwumawu to actually do a huge campaign for the person that is representing the NDC. We saw JM was there with his entourage to really, send a message, a strong message to the Kwumawu people. Send a message to the Ghana folks to let them know that, the NPP is becoming unpopular party. They are not doing the job. So they need to help the NDC to conquer power again in 2024, right? So they had a strong message, right? We also seen Bawumia and all the top executives in the NPP. They also came on the ground. They took the election serious. Although this is, let's be minded that this is their stronghold. But they put all their big people, the big men, the executives were there. Bawumia, the vice president, was there to actually tell the people that they need to vote for the NPP. So both parties actually took this election very, very, very serious, right? So there's really no doubt about it that this is an election that will define Ghana, will define election 2024. So both parties, they put the effort to actually make it to send a signal to the entire Ghana. So the day of the election, we saw the voting. We saw what happened during voting. I'm going to be playing some video for you, because during the voting day, right, this is like pathetic. This is the stronghold of the NPP, but they have no way, right? They have to struggle to win this election. They went ahead during the day of the election to share rice, right? They went to share rice, to give out money. they give 20 to 50 cedis to people on election day at the polling station, which is illegal. I'm going to be playing a video for you guys to do. But upon all that they did, upon all the sharing of money, the rice, the oil, and all that, see, they won by 70%, which is about 15,264 votes. The NDC actually came second with 3,723 votes. Now, if you compare, right, these figures, the 15,264, the win of the MPP, to back to 2020, which was about 12,000, is only about 300 to 400 votes that they got more. So I want you to have this in a context. Upon all the sharing of rice, upon all giving all those money, upon all those overnight projects, which we're going to talk about, they only made about 300 to 400 votes gain. So this is a strong message to the MPP. They need to know that they have been coming unpopular. Let me tell you something. Before this election, right? Before this election, the people of Kwumawu did not have projects that they asked for on it. The people were suffering. But overnight, what happened? We saw that the MPP folks did what? Started doing projects overnight. But when the MP was alive, when the MP, the late Philip Baswa, was alive, all these projects were not happening in the town, was not happening in the constituency. The MPP became dormant. The MPP became dormant on projects in Kwumawu. To actually develop Kwumawu, it had to take the MP to die before these people can actually do something in Kwumawu. So they were not even interested in the development of a constituency that is their stronghold. An MP have to die for them to wake up and say that, hey, we have to do something to our stronghold or else we're going to lose this. But guess what? Right after the end of the election, what happened? All those projects, overnight projects, just stopped. You see, this is what I'm telling you. Some of the politicians, especially the MPP people, they think they are fooling Ghanaians. So they came there to fool Ghanaians because of election. They went to Kwumawu and pretend they are working for them. They pretend they are serving them by doing overnight projects, starting building road, starting projects. But once the election is over, they packed and go. The same thing happened in the Volta region. On the road from let's say Aplao to Ho. The same thing happened before election. They came and said they are redoing the road. They removed all the quota from the road, and then right after the election, they left the work. And today, that road, when you are traveling, especially from let's say from somewhere from I'm forgetting the name of the city, especially when you are traveling from, I want to be exact for you, from Georgia to Petwe, the road is so bad because they remove the quota, and it is so bad. This is how these politicians are playing with us. They are joking with us. They are taking us on a ride. They are making us feel like we are stupid. When they need our votes, they will come overnight and pretend that they are doing job for us. And they will pretend that they are here to have our interest at heart. But let me tell you something. God will judge all of you one by one. I want you to watch this video. How the MPP actually struggle. They struggle to win this by-election. You watch how they were sharing money. They were giving people 20 cedis to 50 cedis. They are giving people rice to actually win this election. We have seen the chairman, went to a church. He went to a church in Kwumawu, kneeling down, asking, begging for the people to vote for him. This is your stronghold. If you can go to that extent, to kneel down in a church, to beg in your stronghold for the people to vote for you, you should know yourself that you have failed the people. Because this is your stronghold. In your stronghold, you're not supposed to do too much work, right? Because this is your stronghold, like the people who vote for you. So if they are going to that extent to actually convince the people to vote for them, then you should know that they have failed their own people. This NPP, they have failed Ghanaians. They have even failed their strongholds. And I'm telling you, the NDC need to capitalize on this. This NPP is becoming unpopular among their stronghold people. So they need to capitalize on this, be vigilant, because 2024 can belong to the NDC. You watch the video, what happened, how they were sharing money.
LPV. Onye omune woska. Obu cheri wo kroma. Ema ma di me. Eyi mema wo kroma yina obi agidi. Yenya nte obu ba wanu na be nie. Ye be yi bia mo ye bia bi. Etusi ye wo mrante wo man mu a ye ni adwuma ye. Ye wo mu a ye wi school. Ema ba wa di mrante ye pepepe. Ye di na mo obi ani kapre. Endeka na ha Kutoria adidie plano. Why you lucky now? Why you lucky?
So you see, the man is saying today in Ghana, if you can even eat in Ghana today, it's like you are lucky. People are struggling. This is a message coming from the people of Kwumawu. They know that their party, the people they support, they are not doing anything for them. The man, it was clear. The man said it clear, plain for people. Let me play this once again because I love the man's message. Let's hear him again. They are sharing money. Yeah.
50 They are
the people who have the money because they stole all the money. They have it. Yep. The message is loud and clear, and the man was right. Like today in Ghana, you should be lucky to be even able to eat 2 or 3 times a day. Like you have to be lucky, right? Now see this video when they are sharing the rice and stuff, right? They have to do all that to actually convince the people to vote for them because they know they have failed the people. So they have resorted of giving money, right? Rice, oil, to convince them. Like this is your stronghold. Your stronghold, you're not supposed to do all this to convince people to vote for you. Because if you are doing the right thing, people will naturally vote for you. But because they were not doing the right thing, they are forced to do that. Listen to this woman who is complaining about people giving money on the election day at the polling station. People are coming to give money, which is illegal, to convince people to vote for the NPP. You listen to the woman.
And I'm reporting my policeman. And I'm can't make it. And I got to pass right himself. No, come on, son. I said, you are talking to us. You are young, and there's an honorable Baha. And I will be fine to man who says so. You will be swatchy alcohol. So also another question. Now, if you are quite in a field in the organ, and I just obey an audition. So when I make a walk a cancer for the accident, if you go man, I should some ram movie. One other movie that's over into a what did be my Kawusika who in Yawbia? So what did be money? Sit down in Yawbia. I do know. Maybe I don't know why I was what I say, what you cannot watch us at Wabama way. What I say, I can tell you 1 month to me. Also, to number one. Don't you want my wine? Don't you want to be the answer?
The problem. So you see, Ghana, like these folks are taking us for granted, right? They think we are fools. You are in government and this is illegal for you to do. You're actually sharing money to people on election day to try to convince them to vote for you. You see, they know that they are becoming unpopular. You know, what you need to get here is that it's not like they are giving money to people in a by-election in a voter regional, which we all know is the stronghold of the NDC. They are giving money to people in their stronghold in Kwumawu. That's the point people don't get. That means themselves, they know that they are horrible. They know that they are making people in Ghana to suffer. Listen, this man, right, the late Philip Basua, who was the MP, the NPP MP in Kwumawu, this man was disgraced. This man was stopped from the vetting of the DC. What a shame. He was stopped from attending the vetting of the DC. This is the man, if you remember very well, this is the same man that during, like, it was 2 months ago when they supposed to prove some ministers, right? The parliament. And the NDC actually, the NDC actually issued a statement telling his MPs not to vote for the approval of those ministers, right? If you remember, the executives of the NDC, they issue a statement saying that their MPs shouldn't vote to approve those ministers. So the MPP was not sure whether their ministers will be approved. So what they did was, to be safe, they actually brought this man, the late MP, Philip Basua, who was sick. He was in the hospital. They brought him to parliament to vote. After voting, the man collapsed. And he collapsed. And they sent him back to the hospital and he died. So this is the man, first of all, the MPP have no respect for this man. They stopped the man for going to the vetting of the DC. This is the same man who was begging the MPP to do project in his constituency. But they were not ready to do it. But once the man died, overnight, they brought like machines to do roads, to do projects in Kwumawu. You see how shameful the MPP is. You see how retarded they are. Do you see how they only think about their stomach? They don't think about the people. Even in your stronghold, you have to beg them to vote for you. You have to give them money. Even on election day, you have to give them money to vote for you. This is crazy. Like, this is uncalled for. This is like retarded nepotism. Gonna kill us in Ghana. Stomach politicians, they're gonna kill us in Ghana. I call them politicians because they will trick you. On the election day, they will come and give you money. Few days before the election, they will come and tell you that they are working on a project. Once the election is over, once they win the election, they are out, and you see them when election is back again. And we Ghanaians, we have to stop their mentality like, because I'm an Ashanti, because I'm an Votarian, no matter what, I have to vote for that party. That's what is killing Kwumawu right now. Because they could have voted against the MPP because they know they are not doing the job. Because tribalism is too vetted in our blood. No matter what, an Ashanti would like to vote for an Ashanti. This is not rocket science. We all know that. We have seen videos where people claim that the ruling party is not doing a good job, but because they are Ashantis, they will vote for them. And we have to start thinking about issue. Why are we voting for a particular party? We should vote on merit, not because we are from the same tribe. It's not because I am an Ashanti, I have to vote for an Ashanti, even though I know they are not competent. When I saw this video where the late MP was stopped to go to a vetting of a DC, I was so sad. And today, these MPP folks have the courage to come to his constituency, to do project overnight, to give money for people to vote for them. You watch. This is pathetic.
PM, you are supposed to allow me entry. They ask, you are the person who invite us. You invite us to participate. No, don't
go. So we have seen this is the video we have seen right now. Let me go back to this video a little bit before I talk about the next one. So you have seen how they stop the MP, the late MP, to actually go to see the vetting of the DC. Like, this is pathetic. Like, this is uncalled for an MP, a member of your own party, an elected MP of your party. You are stopping him to go to the vetting of okay, I think I have a problem here on TikTok, but I will look into that later on. But yeah, so as I was saying, you are stopping a member of your party, an elected MP, somebody that represents your party at the parliament, for attending the vetting of a DC. And we have seen the video. It's like so shameful. And today, you are resorted to give money for people so that they can vote for you. The next video I'm going to play, you're going to see Chairman Wontumi kneeling down in the church in Kwumawu to beg for them for vote in your stronghold. Hey, this should be really a wake-up call for JM and the NDC. This by-election should be a wake-up call because they can actually win 2024. You watch the video where Chairman Wontumi is begging for vote. You watch. Well, so if you refuse to do the job, you'll be resorted in begging, sharing money to actually convince the people to vote for you. This will not come any more natural. So we have seen it. That's why I can tell you confidently that the NDC have done a good job. Because when you look at some of the figures, like for example on the screen, you can see that in 2020, the MPP got about 14,960 votes, right? In 2023, they got about 15,264 votes. So if you look, the difference is about 304 votes. So upon all the sharing of money, upon all the praying in church, upon giving rice and oil, they only got 300 votes more. Can you imagine? That means the party is actually becoming unpopular. But when you look on the NDC side, in 2020, the NDC got about 2,439 votes. In 2023, this by-election, they got about 3,723 votes. Actually, they gained about 1,284 votes. So that's why I'm saying that, when you look at the figure, right, the election, and you see that, oh, these people, they won 70%, they had about 15,000 votes. And you'll be like, wow, this is like huge margin of win. Right, let me tell you, if you were coming from another planet, let's say you were coming from Mars or a different planet, and then you saw these figures, the result of the election, you'll be like, wow, this is a huge margin. They won by a huge margin. But let me tell you, For people like us that are in Ghana, this is not a huge margin for us. Because when you do your calculation right, when you do your analysis, you realize that actually the NDC won this race. They have done a yeoman job because first of all, when you take it, you look at 2020, NDC came third in this election. It was the MPP, the independent, came first and second, and the NDC came third. But this particular election, NDC came second, and they have 1,284 votes more than the previous year. So that means it's a win for the NDC. And there's another calculation that I'm really, really interested in, right? Because I don't want to bore you guys too much about this calculation, but there's something else that I've seen, right? There's something else that I've seen. Like when you look, right? Let's get this right. You know, when you have the independent folks and the MPP, we all know that during the primaries in 2020, the independent candidate actually lost the primary. So he decided to go independent, right? So it is safe to say that, right? It's safe to say that the vote that the independent person got and that one of the MPP are all from the MPP side. Because when you have primaries and somebody decide, okay, I lost the primaries, I'm going to go independent, it's going to take away from the vote from that party. And this happened from both MPP and NDC. So you all agree that when you look at MPP result in 2020, whatever the late Philip Basoa got and whatever Joa Kweku got, which is the independent, are both figures for the MPP. So if you add the two numbers, the 14,960 with the 11,698, actually in 2020, the number of votes that the MPP got was 26,658. That's what they got. So if you do the same in 2023, where you add what NS Yao and Nim got, which is 15,264, plus the independent, which is 2,478, you see that in 2023, the MPP actually got 17,792. So if you do 26,658 minus 17,742, you see that the NPP actually lost 9,000 votes. That's what is actually lost. So this is the analysis you need to do. In actual fact, this, when you do the calculation, the analysis between 2020 and 2023, the MPP actually lost 9,000 votes. Now, let me even show you something further. So you remember the calculation I did to show you that when you look at what the NDC got last, like in 2020, the NDC actually got 2,439, right? And then in 2023, the NDC got 3,723. So if you do the difference, you see that a gain of 1,284 vote is the gain of the NDC. So when you add the 9,000 plus the 1,284, in actual fact, if you want to really do the calculation very well, I believe the MPP actually lost 10,284 votes, and then the NDC actually gained those votes, which is 10,284. So that's what I'm saying, that this should be a wake-up call to the NDC. So actually, the NDC won over 10,000 votes in just one constituency, which is what? The Kwumawu. These are the kind of analysis you need to do to actually understand that this is not a loss to the NDC, but the NDC actually won. Now, one question I'm asking myself is that why that huge difference between the 2020 election and the 2023 for the people who voted for the MPP? Why the 9,000 people who voted for MPP in 2020, we don't see them in 2023? There are two options or two theories. One, whether the 9,000 people are fake people, they are not real people. The election was rigged. That's why those 9,000 people were voting for the MPP in 2020, but in 2023 we don't see them anymore. That's one theory. Or the second theory is that they abstain to vote because they are tired of the lies of the MPP. Those are the two theories. But in any case, I'll say that kudos to the NDC. Maybe those people couldn't those fake votes couldn't come because maybe of the vigilance of the the NDC. They were at the polling station making sure that no one steal anything. So those 9,000 people couldn't show, right, to steal or whatever. But anyway, kudos to the NDC, because right now they gained 10,000 and the MPP lost 10,000. That's a simple mathematics. Now, let me tell you something. Last election, the presidential election, was won by approximately 400,000 votes. That's what Nana Addo took to win the election in 2020. Now, in the Ashanti region, we have 47 constituencies. We have 47 constituencies. Let's do a simple math here. Simple mathematics. Imagine the NDC actually maintain this vigor. They maintain this trajectory where they make sure that at every single constituency in Ashanti, the MPP will lose by 10,000. So if you do 47 times 10,000, that's 470,000 votes that the MPP could lose during 2024. If MPP should lose 470,000 votes in Ashanti, there's no way I can guarantee you that they win the presidential race. It's like clean and cut. So that's why I'm saying again that the NDC need to capitalize on this. They have to make sure that during 2024, they have the men to guard all police stations to make sure that this election, coming election, will not be rigged by the MPP again. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the message. That's the clean message that I have for them. You see, people are really suffering. People are really tired. The struggle is real. So people right now are looking for alternative. The reason why, I believe that the reason why those 9,000 people didn't show up to vote for the MPP in 2023 is because they had sheep. Guess what? In 2016, with 100 cedis, you can buy maize. But today, you need 750 cedis to buy maize in Ghana. 1 liter of petrol today is 14 cedis. Unbelievable. You need 105 cedis to buy cement today. Right? It is a problem. It is a problem. And you see, a bag of rice, 25 kilo of bag of rice in 2016, right, was less than 100 cedis. Today is 600 cedis. Do you see how the prices of stuff are just going up and up and up and up and up? This is uncalled for. Like, this government need to do something. They need to do something. See, a 14 kilo a cylinder of gas in 2016, right, was 70 cedis. Today is 200 cedis. Like, the prices are going up more than 300%. And this government is becoming unpopular. And that's why the people are ready to actually vote them out. See what they have done to our water bodies. Galamsey. They have destroyed our water bodies. The people are saying that they are here to fight illegal Galamsey, but now today the Jubilee House have become the headquarters of Galamsey. What a shame. This is an uncalled for. This is a problem. Adefu namto. Adefu. And then I heard the president is ready to give a speech. Update number 29. Tomorrow, measure taken against spread of coronavirus and update on the IMF program. So he's going to be having a chat, an address to the nation tomorrow. And I'm just wondering what the president's going to tell us. What are they going to tell us again? I'm wondering. Okay. Now, I have another topic I would like to discuss. But before I discuss that topic, I want to make a conclusion on the JM and NDC could win the 2024 election. based on what we have seen in this by-election. I want to make that conclusion quickly. And then there's this story where an archbishop is saying that Nogokpo is the headquarters of demonic, is the demonic headquarters of the Volta region. I really want to tackle that story before we go. An archbishop in Ghana, a man of God in Ghana, is preaching hatred. He's preaching hatred, though. A man of God is preaching hatred. A man of God. I'll tackle that issue once again. The nation, the address of the nation of our president is tonight at 8 p.m. tonight. So we're going to follow that story, and tomorrow probably I'll come back and give my reply to that. And also, there's another story that I need to do tomorrow. You know, there's one journalist in Ghana. I just find out that he's also a stomach journalist. That is Ivan Mensah of Joy. I just find out that this guy is also a stomach journalist. So tomorrow, be ready. I will come back with more fire. We're going to fire all of them. But let's come back to the by-election of Kwumawu. This is what I have to tell the NDC. This by-election should be a lesson or a wake-up call to the NDC. They should know that if they put in the effort, the way they send all the big men, all the executives to this by-election in Kwumawu, if they do the same, they can actually take their seat back in Asimnov, because Asimnov, a by-election 2 is coming. So they have to put in the same strategy to actually have this seat back, because it's their seat. It's the NDC seat. So they have to put in whatever effort they put in this Kwumawu. Make sure that all the big executives are there. Be vigilant. Be vigilant. Be vigilant. Be vigilant at the polling station. Let me repeat that again. The NDC need to be vigilant at the polling station to make sure that this by-election coming, Asimnov by-election, the MPP will not steal the election. Even if the MPP decide to share rice and money, because, you know, for the past 6 years, that's all they were doing. You know, they've been stealing all this money in the intention that when election 2024 come, they'll use that money to finance the election. Now, if the NDC come united, they are present at the polling station, they go in their numbers to convince the people, no amount of rice, let me repeat that, no amount of rice, no amount of oil, no amount of money will convince the people to actually vote for the NPP. So they have to know that and make sure that the NDC need to sacrifice. They have to seize the opportunity. This is the time for them to actually sacrifice and seize the opportunity so that 2024 can belong to the NDC. Now, that's a straight message to the NPP. Now, let me come back to the Volta region, because I'm a very proud Voltarian, and I don't take it kindly to see people, especially a man of God, who he is a bishop, a founder of the Perez Chapel. His name is Charles, I think it's Charles Ajini Asare. Yeah, I don't know, but, you know, I think that's the name, Charles Ajini Asare. That's his name. Right, I'm very bad with the Ashanti names. You excuse me, I'm a Voltarian, right? It's like the same way when I tell people from the Ashanti region for them to say Kosi. They can't say Kosi, they will say Kwesi. I say, I'm not called Kwesi, I'm called Kosi. But they can't say it. They will say Kwesi. The same way, I also find it difficult to call the Ashanti name. So, like, you know, I'm not Ashanti, so if I butcher an Ashanti name, it's because of my background, and anyway, it's the same way an Ashanti cannot say Kosi, he has to say Kwesi, which Kwesi and Kosi are not the same, but, you know, I take it because we are all Ghanaians. So, this man of God, a respected man of God, is calling Nogokpo the headquarters, the demonic headquarters of the Volta region. How come a pastor that's supposed to preach peace go to that extent to call a whole community the headquarters, a headquarters of demonic, you know, of demon? Let's put it like that way. You watch the video. When I come back, I'll give my response to this man of God.
We go to Nogokpo. Dès qu'on arriva à Gogo,
Bishop Yawedus.
Let's see. Let's take it from the start.
Pendant ces croisades à Flao,
Where is apostolite? Honey, where did we sleep? The town close to Aflao. We slept at Agbozume. That was where our hotel was. Or the room where. And you have to go through Nogopo.
on devait partir au Gogo.
And Nogopo is the demonic headquarters in the Volta region.
Et le quartier général
From a man of God.
des démons dans la région Volta.
We only have not said it.
On n'a pas seulement dit cela.
But the second night,
Mais la deuxième nuit,
Oh my
I
goodness.
made Bishop Yawedu talk about witchcraft.
j'ai fait en sorte que un des bishops parle de la sorcellerie.
And we disgraced the witches and wizards.
Et on avait disgracié les sorciers et les sorcières.
When we were driving from Aflao to Agbozome,
Donc, on conduisait d'Aflao jusqu'à Bozo.
immediately we got to Nogopo.
Dès qu'on arriva à Gogo,
Bishop Yawedu's four-wheel drive.
le 4x4 de
The
Bishop,
tie came out from under the car.
les roues de la voiture ont complètement sauté.
So let me pause right here. You are saying that you are driving, and when you get to Nogoko, the four wheel of your car came out, and I'm here asking myself, why we Ghanaians we are so stupid? Like we have no brain. If the four wheels of your car came out at Nogopo, and you think it's the witches and the wizard of Nogopo that did that, you have been mad. You are crazy. The French people will say, tu es devenu fou quoi? Are you crazy? It's lack of maintenance of your car. Don't blame anybody from Nogopo. It's the lack of maintenance of your car. This is stupidity at the highest level you can understand. It's not one wheel that came out of your car, four wheel. If this story is true, if four wheels of your car actually came out, that means maintenance of your car is a problem. Because you are only taking members' money. People are just contributing the church, but you're not using even that money to maintain your car. Stop blaming the witches and the wizard. Stop blaming the people of Nogopo that they came out and removed the four wheels of your car. What kind of nonsense is this? Are we okay in this country? A whole man of God. And you are claiming the four wheels of the car came out. And Lenya Asonia. You've been delivering witches and wizards, and we still have witches and wizards in your family. You couldn't deliver them. I have been to places in Lenya. You see, these bishops can only fool some few people, because some of us, you can't fool us. Because right now, I'm so mad that people are taking the Volta region people as like for granted. And you claim your wife is from the Volta region, and you disrespect your in-laws. Your in-laws like that. And you claim your wife, your 38 years old wife, is from the Volta region. And upon that, you are disgracing with the Voltarian, your in-laws. And upon that, you went to Aflao to do a crusade in the Volta region. And upon that, you are insulting us that the headquarters of demons is in the Volta region, in Nogopo to be precise. And you have Voltarians even sitting at that place clapping. Why will you, a Voltarian, stood so low for somebody to speak about you like that? This is so tribalistic. What proof do you have that we have witches and wizards in Nogopo? You see, let me explain something to you. This is something people don't understand. In the Constitution of Ghana, the 92 Constitution of Ghana, says that everybody is free to practice their religion. We have to have mutual respect for every single religion. Once you are attacking people of Nogopo, calling them that they are demons, is like you are impeding on their freedom of religion. It is like you are not respecting the people of Nogopo. See, let me tell you something. Ghana have 71% of Christians. Listen very well. I want you guys to listen very well. Ghana have 71% of Christian, 19% of Muslim. Meaning that only 10% of Ghana population is rather doing other religions like African traditions. To be precise, maybe some people doing their voodoo stuff, having their idol, going to the shrine and stuff. It's only making up about 10%. So majority of Ghanaians are Christian. Let me give you a simple example. Today, Ghana, we are suffering. Today in Ghana, we have a DD program, domestic debt exchange, where our parents that went on pension, that are relying on bond to survive, they have their bond locked for 15 years by people that are leading this country, claiming that they are Christians and Muslim. Our vice president is a Muslim. Our president is a Christian. The head of economic, right? A head of our economic, like let's say our financial minister is a Christian. And see what they are doing to the elderly people. That is what we call witchcraft. Those are the actual witch and wizard that we have in this country. They are starving people. If you're a minister and they give you a budget, they give you money, and they say, go and construct a road, and you fail to construct that road, and people have accident on that road and die, you are a witch or you are a wizard. That's what we are saying. And who are you? You might probably be a Christian. So stop blaming people who are into the tradition, like people who are traditionalists, people who said, okay, I am going to honor this God. I'm going to do my idol stuff. I'm going to have my shrine. Stop blaming them, because majority of people in Ghana that actually commit evil stuff, the armed robbers, the majority, when you go to a prison, the majority of the people in those prisons are Christian. So stop blaming these people that are doing their own stuff. You see, you're never going to see a chief priest from any shrine burning the Bible. You're never going to see that anywhere. I'm telling you, you're never going to see any chief priest, right, burning the Bible anywhere. But we see publicly on videos, you see churches, you see pastors, you see bishops, you see them burning shrines. But nobody say anything. But let's imagine for a minute a chief priest coming on video, on camera, burning the Bible. You see what's going to happen? The whole Ghana will be turned upside down by Christian. You see, this is a place to tell you that Christian always provoke the African traditional people. They always provoke them. I'm not saying that I am an African traditional, but we have to, as Christian, I am a Christian. As a Christian, we have to learn how to respect other religion. Christian always provoke the traditional people all the time because they are the best. But one thing I ask myself, my producer, I always ask myself this. The Christians are saying that only Christians will go to heaven. They are the only people that will go to heaven. And I ask myself, so Bishop Charles Agina Sari, so you're telling me that only Christians will go to heaven, right? So your great father, who was a chief priest, or your great parent that didn't know Christianity, but they were good people. They were helping people in their villages. They are taking care of people. They were showing love to people. So because they are not Christian, they will be going to hell. But you have Christians in Ghana that are armed robbers, but they always go to church to praise God. They always go to church to give money. Because they are Christian, they will be going to heaven. You see how stupid, how the white man have actually used the 3C to change our brain. When I'm saying the 3C, colonization, civilization, and Christianization, to actually corrupt our mind. And we think that this religion coming from somewhere else is the best for us. We don't regard our culture anymore. We think being Christian means that all other people are fake. They will not be going to heaven. And then we are happy. Today you ask somebody, like somebody asked me, let me tell you this story. The first time, like when I was in secondary school, me, my family, we decided that I'm not going to have any Christian name. My name is Kosi. So my first day in the secondary school, somebody asked me, don't you have a Christian name? I said, I don't have a Christian name. I have my Ewe name, and the person was laughing at me. I was like, see, you are a lost soul. Because if you are not proud of your heritage, if you cannot say that you are called Kosi and be proud, and you have to have a Christian name, then you are lost. See, let me tell you, in our Ewe community, in other communities, we actually have Christian names. When you say Maulolo, what does it mean? God is great. When you say Mauli, that means that God exists. When you say Mokpokpo, that means you have hope that things will come. So, see, we also have Christian name. And the Christian name does not have to be in English. Yeah? Mauli, Mauto, I belong to God. Yajira, blessing. Mokpokpo, all those for me are Christian name. So I don't have to have an English Christian name. And Ghanaians, we have to love our culture. Last time I was watching something on TikTok that actually punched me. Somebody said the British colonized Ghana and the Indians. The Indians have actually rejected the culture of England. They have rejected the religion of England. They have rejected the food of Indian. But, sorry, let me go back. So, this is what I want to say it again clearly for you people. Say, both India and Ghana were colonized by the British, right? So, Indians rejected the culture of England. They rejected the religion of England. They rejected the food of England, of England, but accepted the technology of England. But on the other hand, Ghana have accepted the food of England. They have accepted the religion of England. They have accepted the culture of England, but have rejected the technology of England. So that's to tell you that Africans, our mind is so focused on religion. We think that religion is what's going to save us. You know, someone told me last time that what would Africa be without the white man? And I've looked at this person and say, you must be crazy. You know why? Because in his mind, without the white man, the black man cannot survive. And I was asking myself, the black man was surviving before the coming of the white man. We're doing our own stuff. Civilization actually started in Africa. Go to Egypt and see the pyramid and ask yourself, how come the black people, the Africans, were able to build this pyramid? Go and ask yourself. So, see, the invention, a lot of invention, even the toilet you use to do poo-poo, that toilet was invented by a black man. The light that you have today, the modification, the advancement in the light that you use in your kitchen, in your bedroom, was made by a black man. So the black people are powerful. Stop thinking that Africa can only go far with the help of a white man. African people can do it. See, let me tell you this on authority. When you take 20 best bankers in the world, you find Nigerians. Or let's say you find Africans in the 20 best bankers in the world. If you take the 20 best doctors in the world, you find an African. If you take the 20 best software developers in the world, you find Africans. So let's stop that mentality that, oh, without the white people, the Africans cannot do anything. That is so wrong. So let me have this message again to the so-called men of God. You see, for me, all those men of God, I don't believe in them. I have to be honest. I don't believe in any of those God of men, because if they are truly God of men, let me do a challenge for them. Have you ever seen those men of God that say they have power to heal people, to go to a hospital, to actually pray for people, to the real sick people in the hospital to wake up from their sick bed? I'm challenging our archbishop. If you know you have the power, you have the power, you can do stuff. I'm challenging you, go to Kolebu and go pray for these sick people in Kolebu. And I want you to go and pray for them so that they can get out of their sick bed. Go and pray for them. This bishop and pastor, you didn't finish praying for the members of your family. You have witches and wizards in your own family. You have poor people in your own family. You didn't finish praying for them. And you are saying you are coming to pray for me. Hey, I don't need your prayers. So pray for yourself first. Pray for your members of family. Pray for your village. Pray for your community. Before coming to me and telling me that, oh, you have some demon, I have to pray for. So, when I see all those churchy people praying, shouting, and falling down and all that, I just laugh because all these are comedy for me. It's only in Africa. You see people go to church 7 o'clock in the morning and come back 7 p.m. Here in America, you go to church, Redeemer Church that my family goes to, 45 minutes, they are done. The message is clean. That's it. In Africa, when the pastor or the bishop needs a car, everybody will contribute to buy the car for him. But when the poor man needs something from the church, the pastor or the bishop will say, let's pray for you. They only pray for the needy in the church, but people contribute to the bishop, to the pastors. Stupidity to the highest level. You know, African problem today, let me tell you, religion is the biggest problem of Africa. Because when you look at our finance minister, he's always quoting the Bible. They say, do the damn job of Oriata, our finance minister, all the time quoting the Bible. The Bible have nothing to do of running the affairs of our country. Let's get that straight. It has nothing to do with running the affairs of this country. I'll end up saying that, you see, as Africans, we have to be proud of our culture. You have to be proud of our heritage. They tell us that when you are praying to God, when you are praying, called the holy people like Joseph, David, Mary, call all those people. Right? But you see, we as African, we don't know all those people. All those people are strange to us. Like, I don't know Joseph from anybody. I don't know David from anybody. Nobody. I don't know David from anywhere. I don't know Joseph from anywhere. These are things that are coming from people that are telling me that from the Bible I have to pray and, to do that. But an actual fact, if you want to pray, say, let me tell you, people are ashamed to pray to people that they know. Like for me, if I have to pray and call on somebody to help me, I'm going to call the name of my grandfather. I'm going to call the name of my great-great-grandfather. That's what the people do. Like people in the traditionalist world, that's what they do. When they are praying, they call on their grandfathers, their great-great-grandfathers, because those are the people who knows them. Charlie, my friend Gloria, Charlie, David and Joseph don't know you from anywhere. But when you are praying and calling the name of your grandfather, wherever your grandfather is, you are calling his name, he will respond and do something in your life. Africans, we need to learn that the white people brought this religion to brainwash us. I don't know David from nowhere. I don't know Joseph from nowhere. I don't know Mary from nowhere. But I know Togbe Gajanku. You understand? I know Togbe Titi, that's my grandfather. And I can call upon him anytime to help me. Like, you are from a house, you cannot call the people from the house to help you. You are calling the neighbor to come and help you. People that you don't know, people from Israel, people from somewhere else that you don't know, you are praying and happy, and you are calling their name and you think you are doing something. My brother, you are a lost soul. If you don't love African tradition, you are a lost soul. If today, because of church, they call you Elam, and you don't want to be called Elam anymore, that they should call you Mary, you are a lost soul. People today, because of Christianity, they don't want to be called their local name. You are a lost soul, because you need to love yourself first. You need to love your culture first. That's what defines you as an African. Charlie, forget about all those fake pastors. Now, let's go back and Alan, the bishop came back to apologize. Let me tell you, I do not accept your apology. You can take your apology to wherever you want to take it to. You have insulted us already as in-laws. Let me play the video where he's apologizing. I don't even know what he's apologizing about, because me, Charlie, all those, after insulting the Voltarian, you're coming in and say that, you know what I mean. But Charlie, all these fake pastors, man, I don't really care about them, man.
To me, and my attention has been drawn to social. Now, I've received calls from people very close to me, and my attention has been drawn.
So you had to receive calls from your close people to know that the comment that you made was a useless comment.
Comments I made this past Thursday during the Supernatural Empowerment Summit here in the Dome, as I spoke on divine protection that we as Christians enjoy from God, and was teaching on the need to activate divine protection from demonic attacks. This is one of our cardinal principles of faith as charismatic Christians. And to drive home my point, I made reference to several instances where I've encountered manifestations of demonic powers in my crusades, which have taken me to over 90 nations of the world.
So your crusade took you to over 19 countries in the world, but in your own village there are witches and wizards. You couldn't go to your village to deliver people. In your own family, there are sick people. In our own hospital, Kolebu, there are sick people. You couldn't go there to deliver people, but you went over 90 countries to deliver people. You see how these people trying to fool us. Charlie, these people have no power. So I am saying these people have no power. They should prove me wrong. They should go to Kolebu tomorrow and deliver the sick people for me to see.
In fact, 92 of them. Amen. I gave an example of people who were seeking to levitate during a crusade in India. I gave an example of a demonic attack I suffered as a very young pastor.
So all these demonic attacks, you will see it. But common COVID-19, nobody couldn't prevent us that, hey, COVID is coming. Oh. With all this power these pastors have, none of them were able to come with a cure that can cure you of COVID. They couldn't do all that.
I'm going to preach at a bus stop around Kolebu. In reference to Nogopo, I wish to clarify that I never intended to refer to the town, but rather make reference to an incident that happened after a crusade at Aflao. I had absolutely no intention to cast a slur upon the people of the Nogopo town and the Volta region as a whole. Amen. I've had very cordial relationship with the people of the Volta region. My wife of 38 years is in fact an away from Keta.
So this where is the most this is the most, this part is the most emotional part for me. Even your wife of 38 years old is from Keta, from the Volta region, but you are calling us demons. But you came to marry a demon. Hey, Charlie. Or you were able to control the demon in your wife. That's why you were able to marry her. A whole man of God. You come in front of a big congregation like this, disrespecting other religion, disrespecting people of Nogopo. And even your wife, you have to call us in-law. But you're insulting us. Hey. The fool.
Two of my biological children bear away names. So none of, yes, if you are clapping, do it well.
Your kids have, so your biological kids have away name.
Intended to denigrate any of the
no, it was intended to denigrate us. You have done it.
To elucidate the principle of divine protection to my congregants. So any misrepresentation or misinformation,
Charlie, you spoke, you see, don't fool us with this English. There's no misrepresentation or whatever. This was plain English. You said it, that Nogopo is the demonic headquarters of the Volta region. So this is not like, Charlie, it was plain English. This was not like, no, it was plain English. So don't tell us that nobody is misrepresenting what you said. What you said was loud and clear and clean cut. Make I blame you.
And commentary, reportage on social media, etc., is very unfortunate. My ministry over the past 40 years has been one that has spoken up at critical times in our nation as a spiritual gatekeeper, and I remain committed to serving God's people and our nation as the Spirit directs. God bless you. Amen.
Charlie, me, I don't even care about this apology. We don't even accept that apology. I have come to the end of the show, but before I go, let me see what I can read, or 2 or 3 comments. Let me read this comment from Mavis in Kruma, who say, yes, they are happy and forgotten to check how NDC poll a lot of votes as compared to NPP. Steadily, NDC is taking Kwumawu. They should check the add up NDC made between 2020 and now, enough to give them a running stomach. That was something coming from Mavis. This one coming from Rafiatu Suleimana say NPP is a useless organization. Something coming from Asana Hussein says, see, if you put a goat therefore NPP at Kwumawu, the goat will still win. That's the harm tribal politics is done to us as a country. I agree with you on that one. Abena Opon say, ha ha ha, 3 even this even if the load of Gary been road Lajan, Kudi, Sika, just wait for next year and see who will socket win the election. By that time, each of for himself. Yeah, you know, with all those money they are sharing. Okay, Jifa is saying that it is only the ignorant that will be deceived with a cup of rice and Gary to vote. Okay, let's take this one from Rashida Fatah, who say, people have used part of the IMF money paid to the delegate in Kwumawu for vote buy, and now tend to be like, is there feeling promise with they think it can lead them to victory? Of course, the same agenda. I don't know. This is your what is that? Shame. I don't know. To look more confusion. Me, I'm not good in trees. So when you write those to me, I can't understand. I cannot comprehend. Okay, let's go. Kofi Ajiman is saying NDC one improvement in your stronghold, and it's happening. Your vote there reduced upon all the money your people wasted there. So imagine what will happen to you in 2024. Okay, I'll read one more and then we call it a day. I have Naomi Achampon and say the Galamsey chairman is on his knee begging for vote. Very shameful. Okay, let me look at Ben Wayo page and see what I can pick something here. I see Sumani Abdul Manam said, I'm happy that you have not hidden your political colors. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just saying the truth. It doesn't mean that I belong to the NDC, but right now we don't have any other alternative. Yeah. Sumani, if you have a better alternative, tell me right now which other party can actually help the affairs of the country. We only have 2 main political parties, right? MPP and NDC. So if MPP is not helping us, hey, my friend, we only have NDC to go to save us. Let's see. Gloria Johnson say, a time has come for this nonsense must stop with these Ashanti pastors, right? Mesa say, Akan pastor knows everything. They knows everything, yeah. Gloria Johnson say, if you are from the Volta region in this church, I will say you are Movito. On this Movito, I'm going to close the show here and hope to see you guys another time, right? I'll see you another time. I hope to see you another time on tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll see whether I can come back tomorrow for another show. We have a lot to discuss tomorrow. So take care. Live the life you love the life you live. Until tomorrow, stay blessed. God bless you and stay safe, right? I am out.